Okay, we are just hours away. It is Tuesday, February 27th, 2024. I'm going to give you the latest updates. Fani Willis, the trial to get her disqualified from pursuing the racketeering charges against former President Donald Trump. This is live breaking news. I'm going to be covering this later. So I'll tell you the trial date. I'll tell you what time a testimony will resume today. And I'm also going to tell you how I'm going to respond to it, if I'm going to go live, if it's televised, if it's not televised. So stick around for that. So here's just a quick update of what we can expect today. Okay, so attorney Terence Bradley, is going to resume his testimony today. If you saw my last video, Bradley tried to evade questions from attorney Merchant and Steve Sadow, attorneys for Trump, and co-defendant Michael Roman, about the actual origination of the relationship between District Attorney Fani Willis, and her lead prosecutor, Nathan Wade. And so he basically claimed that he was, under attorney-client privilege. The judge has said, nope, nada, see ya, wouldn't want to be ya, you got to come and testify. So he's going to resume his testimony now that the judge has ruled Special Prosecutor Nathan Wade can't use attorney-client privilege to prevent Bradley from saying what he knows about their affair. So what is Bradley going to say? Michael Roman's counsel says Bradley will spill all the beans about when the affair began, in contradiction to the sworn testimony of both Fani Willis and Nathan Wade. So this could literally be the nail in the coffin if this shows that she lied in court. Bradley has this is a quote, Bradley has non-privileged personal knowledge that the romantic relationship between Wade and Willis began prior to Willis being sworn as the district attorney for Fulton County, Georgia in January 2021. Thus, Bradley can confirm that Willis contracted with Wade after Wade and Willis began a romantic relationship, thus rebutting Wade's claim in his affidavit that they did not start until 2022. So this is absolutely monstrous. Absolutely monstrous how big this is. And I'll also talk about the kind of impact about this. Bradley obtained information, quote, about the relationship between Wade and Willis directly from Wade when Wade was not seeking legal advice from Bradley. Bradley obtained this information in a personal capacity as Wade's friend prior to Wade's decision to file for divorce. While Bradley would later represent Wade for a time in his divorce proceeding, the information about the relationship was obtained prior to any attorney-client relationship beginning, and none of Bradley's testimony will relate to any privileged attorney-client communications or work product. Bradley also has personal knowledge that Wade and Willis regularly stayed together at her home until Willis's father moved into her home sometime in 2020. So the bottom line is, here's the bottom line. If Bradley testifies, as Roman's lawyer has described, it could be absolutely lights out, hasta la pasta, see ya, wouldn't want to be ya, not a whole lotta for Fani Willis and her team. This would corroborate Yurdi's testimony. Remember Yurdi's testimony a week ago. This is a huge week for this case because I'm also going to tell you what's happening on Friday. Just stick around for that. This would corroborate Yardy's testimony that the affair, Yardy, I don't know how to say that, started earlier than Willis admits. And also, don't forget the cell phone data. I did an entire video on Fani Willis's response. I did an entire video on Trump's response to Fani's response. Holy macadamia nut. It's just getting crazier and crazier. If Fani Willis lied about the affair, the judge won't believe her testimony about the alleged cash reimbursements to Nathan Wade, and we're back to personal financial gain, conflict of interest, where this entire debacle started. But losing the case might be the least of her problems. If Fani Willis perpetrated a fraud to the court and lied under oath, she could be prosecuted for perjury. A lot of you guys have been leaving comments on my previous videos. Isn't this a criminal a felony? Isn't this something that she could be reprimanded for criminally, investigatively, through legal charging and perjury? Yes. She could also be removed from office. She could be disbarred. She could be jailed in contempt, among other things. And so, I mean, this is really, really an important, big day today. I'm actually still surprised. That the judge, who again is very left-leaning, supported Fani Willis, supports, obviously he donated to her campaign. And by the way, these are all sources coming from Phil Holloway, who's a legal analyst, columnist for Sworn Podcast. He's a certified legal analyst, and he's on Megyn Kelly's show. I highly recommend you follow Phil Holloway on Twitter/X. Why does this matter? Counsel for Trump co-defendant Michael Roman says Willis has made the legal process fundamentally unfair, a due process violation. The state, quote, had an obligation to protect all costs the fundamental fairness at all costs, the fundamental fairness in the process, and to avoid even the appearance of impropriety regarding the state's motive or the district attorney's personal financial incentives in prosecuting the case. But the state did not do. They did not do that. So today is a huge day. Imagine what do you guys think is going through Terence Bradley's mind? And also, I predict, because you know how he did all this, well, I was advised by the National Bar Association, Your Honor, that I cannot divulge anything and I have nothing to share. He can't say that today. I don't think that these guys, especially knowing Fani Willis and how she's just literally maneuvered slickly, slyly, this entire process, this entire hearing to see her disqualified, she has thrown everything in the kitchen sink to try to avert, to try to obstruct any information coming out about her and Nathan Wade and the corruption that is apparent for all of us. I have a prediction. I want to hear what your thoughts are. That Nathan Wade is going to try to pull something, maybe even coached by Fani Willis, definitely coached by Nathan Wade, who's their law partners, his divorce attorney, good friends, etc., etc. What do you think he's going to say today? Imagine him going into that hot seat again by a judge you thought was on your side and not being able to use attorney-client privilege motion to not have to reveal anything. He has to reveal everything. He has to account for this relationship. He has to account for text messages. He has to account for these phone records. What do you think he's going to do? I think he's probably going to come up with something. Maybe he'll even plead the fifth. I don't know. Can you even plead the fifth? Again, I'm not a legal expert, but this is just so amazing. And again, it all kind of ties into what I think is the most consequential year of our republic in literally, 100 years, if not more. I think it's the most consequential year. And the fact that they've done everything in their power, Letitia James, you've got the Mueller, you've got Pelosi, you've got Schiff, you've got Biden, Kamala, you've got the AG, Merrick, all these people going after him, throwing 91 count. This guy hasn't committed, he hasn't been indicted his entire career. All of a sudden, when he's running for president, you've got a litany of indictments that come out of nowhere. The hypocrisy needs to be exposed. That's why I'm doing this. So, to wrap this up really quickly, that's what we can expect today, Tuesday, February 27th, 2024. It's going to happen at 11 a.m. Pacific. It's now 8:24 as I'm recording this. You'll probably see this in a half an hour. I'm going to post this immediately, raw, unedited. I'm just giving you the biggest update, latest update, what to expect. I don't know if I'm going to go live. I'm not even sure if it's going to be televised. I'm sure it will be. But you definitely know that I'm going to give my reaction. You definitely know that I'm going to give my analysis and commentary. So make sure you follow and subscribe. Turn on all notifications. You don't want to miss a thing. This is going to be the biggest week. Friday, the judge is going to issue a judgment on whether or not the phone data is admissible, relevant, not relevant. That's going to be absolutely huge, March 1st. But today is a biggie. Today is a biggie because it, again, Not only does this get Fani disqualified, not only does it prove that she lied, but this could end her entire career. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Let's dive deep into the comments. I want constructive, positive, collaborative ideas. Let me know what you think. I will try my best to answer all of them, as I always do. It's going to be huge. If you made it this far, make sure you subscribe to our free newsletter. It's free. It doesn't cost you a thing. I'll leave it in the pinned comment and in the description of this video. It's absolutely free. And by the way, the mainstream media is not covering any of this. I mean, they really aren't talking about this at all. Why? There's a good reason for that. That's why you want to make sure you subscribe to our free newsletter so you don't miss out, because none of the media outlets, none of mainstream legacy media is covering any of this. I am doing mountains of quantitative and qualitative research for you guys so we can get the truth, get to the bottom of these things. Why isn't mainstream media talking about this? That's what this channel is all about, so we can make informed decisions through critical discernment, critical thinking, so we don't mess up, so we don't make mistakes that we could have avoided. So subscribe to that free newsletter. Check out these videos right here as they're coming up on the screen. As always, God bless you. God bless these United States of America, and I'll see you very soon.